I tell you, he's probably as hard to guard as, I'm trying to think, probably as hard to guard as any big guy that we've played in the 3.5 years I've been here. Uh, he steps out and makes shots. His mid-range game is good. He can put it on the floor. I think he's really, really good. He played the whole game, didn't foul, didn't he? No, he had one. Pretty good when you can get your best player not to foul. Justin, I thought this was as much as maybe any we've had all year, a total team effort. You can point to Dennis's offensive rebound, which enabled us to run more time off. You can point to Missoula's rebound when we're up by 2. Of course he goes down and misses free throws, but he rebounds the ball for us. John Flowers hit at least 3 huge shots to get us the lead. Kevin Jones hit 3 huge shots to get us back even. John made 2 big steals when we're really, really struggling to score that led to scores. And then we got good minutes from Johnny. I thought we got pretty good minutes from Pep in the first half. We got minutes from Danny. Dennis scored the ball for us. And I tell you what else Dennis did for Dennis, because he scored the ball. He drew extra help, which enabled us to rebound the ball. He missed some shots that normally he makes, but we were able to rebound them because they were over helping on him. So I think it was Truck makes the 2 free throws to put it up by 5, and I thought we just I thought it was a team effort. I think you can point to a lot of guys and say they made huge plays for us, and really even in the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game. It'd be easier to get one if he moved. It's hard to get one standing in one place. Casey's continuing to learn how to play, and Casey's continuing how to learn to play at this level. And Casey is going to be a mark guy. I mean, they're gonna put their best perimeter defender on him and try to keep him from getting good shots. Casey made a huge play for us. We ran an ISO. That's not what we were supposed to get from it, but Casey makes a 3-point play down there, which was huge. And we've just got to get him to move. It's sometimes easier said than done, but he's really good when he moves. He's really good when he attacks the goal because he's such a good free throw shooter. Well, I was upset that we didn't run offense. We got to where we were going to win the game by ourselves again, and I wanted to stop that. And then I just want some guys that are going to do what I ask them to do. And it's not, we got great kids. It's not that they don't do it on purpose. We just it's like the first half. We turn it over 13 times. Turned over 13 times because we tried to make plays weren't there. And that's all we talked about at halftime. And I just wasn't gonna sit there and watch us not make plays that aren't there again. And those guys came in and I thought really kind of calmed things down for us and did a good job. We missed Johnny in the first half. When Johnny's open, we got to get him the ball because he's got a great chance to make it. And we didn't do. He was open in the first half. I don't think he was open the second half. He came off that stagger. I don't know why he came the way he came. I have to look at the tape, but we've got to get him some shots too. Well, and this is hard to apply to you because of what your job is, but I told him in the locker room, if we go to Wednesday and we're not ready to play, then it's all for naught. To compete this hard and fight this hard to win, it's all for naught. And then we go back in the Big East and we've got seven home games, and I don't know, we may have, I don't know what we have, probably six away games, and so you got 13 more Big East games. It's hard, man. I mean, it's and I told them in there, I think I'm not, because I just saw it on TV. I kind of glanced at it. I think there's 6 of us at 3-2, and I think we can either be 5th or 10th. I think that's about what it is. So I don't. it's easy for you to say, hey, they're getting better, they're there. My job is to make sure that we do, and make sure that they understand that it's a long season, man. I mean, it's a long season, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. And the people who end up with good records and good seats in the tournament are the people who endure through the whole race. Well, but Bob, honestly, I thought he'd make one. I mean, I really did. I thought. I mean, he's worked at it in practice, and he shot it. He started out shooting it really bad, but his free throw percentage was climbing. He's in the mid 60s. He was in the mid 60s. And probably in the last, probably since maybe Big East play started, he's shooting it better. We had to have him on the floor. That being, no, I didn't have Truck in the game. I had Casey in the game. I don't want Casey bringing it up the floor. I mean, that's an accident waiting to happen.
How do you handle them on the bench? So they call timeout, say between 1 and 2. Kid is not making. You say anything to him? Do you try to?
I tried to tell him when he was over there. I said, just slow down and shoot it in. We're fine. Just slow down. He gets shooting it too quick. Just slow down. And then at the end, I told John to make the first one, miss the second one. He said, you're going to screw up my free throw percentage. I mean, that's a guy who's a 40% career shooter, and I'm going to screw it up, I thought we played pretty well, Jack. I mean, we're offensively challenged, but I thought defensively we played pretty well. And Jack, it's hard to get a three because I think if you look, we're one of the leaders in the country in 3-point field goal percentage defense. We guard the three pretty well. Yeah, I mean, I can't stand seeing empty seats, man. It just it was a great crowd. It was a great crowd. Those who didn't come missed a heck of a basketball game. Nothing like being there. That's why I built my house a couple miles away, so when I quit I can come over here and watch good ball and read you guys accounts of what happened, be educated that way. I mean, I can only tell you what I told them. We've got to get better. We've got to team guard, which we weren't doing, and we have to share the ball, which we weren't doing. And I think we got much better defensively, and we have to rebound the ball, which we weren't doing. And we have gotten, I think, progressively better in those areas. We rebound the ball better, we defend better, we're sharing the ball better. Now we just, we've got to run better offense. Either that or I got a couple of them just going to have to stand in the corner, hope they guard them so we can play 3-on-3. But we got to do a better job running offense.